Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to change things up a little bit yet again, dealing with the new phone. So, first off, thanks to Lisa at Sutton's Days for saying, I can't hear your audio. Yeah, so changing over phones. So, I use a combination of things GoPro 9. This is just light. So, this is the Rode, the Rode VideoMicro, which is great. Normal plug, plugs into the GoPro, no issue. iPhone previous to 15, which I had. This is 16, so this is USB-C. And before that, I had the Lightning port on the 14 Pro Max. So you have to buy an adapter. All right, no problem. The volume was a little bit lower on the 14, but no issues. So I made an assumption. Yes, I know, don't assume. So I made an assumption, oh, just plug it in and it will work. Yeah, no. So had to go in, re-edit the video and bump up the volume to make it acceptable. Pain in the butt. Actually, not really a pain in the butt, but just an extra step. So I have been using this phone rig for about, I actually looked it up on Amazon. I think I've had this 6 years. No issue with it, except for the newer phone is ever so slightly bigger with the case, and it really doesn't fit inside this camera rig. This has been great because you have a bunch of cold shoes. You also have your normal screw in points. I think those are quarters or whatever, it doesn't matter. It also has the ability for a normal tripod mount, yada, yada, yada. It's been good. It's inexpensive. That's not the case now. All the phone rigs, depending on what you're going with, are getting more and more expensive. So that's not the point of the video. Anyway, so new rig coming, doesn't come till tomorrow. Show that when I get it. So I'm just filming on the phone as it is. So not a big deal. A little shakier. Phone compensates for some of it. It'll be fine. So what is this going on in the background? All right, so let's move everything over to the side. So I will try to, and I always stick my stupid finger in here, to link an iCard to Mike Van Doozy. Keep on growing with. I'll put the link in there. I should know it by now. Watch it enough. Anyway, so these are for microgreens. So it was really cool. And I just got these. I said, oh, look, I thought he 3D printed them because he has a 3D printer and he's been doing some 3D printing for doing microgreens using different bottles and canning jars, and basically makes little tripods so you can mount your bottle. And then he puts in the clay pebbles. And again, go check out his videos in the previous link for the video for this. So anyways, so you end up putting your water or nutrient in here. You would start off with water until they germinate and get going. And like he talks about it, and I'm not going to go through that whole thing. That's for you to go and look if you're interested. Certain microgreens just grow with water, no problem. Certain ones need some help with some nutrient once they get germinated. But anyways, the cool part is if you go look at his video, that sits in there. Then there is a cap, and you can, change your humidity. And there is your lid for your little box. And these come in a pack of 4 or 6. I opted, I think, for 6 just because you always need an extra 1 or 2. Anyway, what was cool is if you look at when he's got his microgreens, you can see all the roots poking out of the bottom because they're going to be down here slurping up your liquid, water or nutrient. And then you just let it rip, tater chip, and that's all you need to do. So I said, you know what, I need to get back into playing with the microgreens again. They're easy. They don't take a lot of effort. It just takes a little bit of paying attention and coordination. Again, watch his video as for ideas of which type of microgreens. So more to come on that as I get things going. Got so many things going on. Yeah, that's real great with the camera. See, that's the thing about holding the camera. You tend to do this when you have your hand on the rig. It keeps things much more stable because it's a little bigger device, and sometimes you have two hands on it. So, other than that, nothing crazy going on out here because I've barely been watering. It's 100 degrees out, or will be 100 shortly. And I haven't done anything since the last video except for water. It's been too hot. I did some tree trimming out front. But other than that, I haven't done anything in the backyard. It needs to be mowed. Again, it's too hot. Tomorrow's green waste day. I trimmed trees in the front. I filled it, so I'm not mowing and sitting on all that loose grass. So nothing happening. So everything is as it is. Let's see how much this zooms in. Okay, that's a little too much. So raspberries and blackberries, I'm just kind of letting them go. I'm going to trim them back if they live after it cools off and they pop back up, great. If not, again, if it ain't growing, it's going. So they're not doing great in the heat. Those are doing better under the trees, but they're a pain in the butt where they're at, so they've got to get moved out. So we'll see what happens come spring. Still, there's a couple buds on that lemon tree, nothing else happening. There's, I don't know, we'll say 10, or yeah, there's like 10 lemons on there, and limes are very, very prolific this year, so that'll be really cool. Other than that, no sense going out there because nothing has changed. The only other thing that I need to do is I need to take better care of my onions. So I need to get them all out of these pots, either transplant them or eat them or get rid of them. And same with the buckets. These are all from Haas Tools. The ones in the buckets are from AG. And so what I want to do is transfer the rest, take up 2 more totes, and just basically run the 4 totes. All those 3 totes of strawberries, I want to do, there's 2 totes on the end, they had onions. I want to clean one of those out and basically pull all these out and transplant them and get these all cleaned out, refertilize, and get back to 3, or maybe I keep 4, and see if I can get a better strawberry crop and maybe not quite as full. I'll put like 6 or 8 of them in there. I probably need 4 or 5, so we'll see. Rosemary, once I get things straightened out in the kitchen, I need to pull out the new dehydrator, clip a bunch of those, strip them, and dehydrate that rosemary. That's really it. I printed it. It's not doing any good sitting out here doing nothing. So yeah, enough said about that. And then these strawberries, the intent is to get those in here. So we'll see what happens. I need to cut all these down. I need to cut them, clean them all out, refertilize them, and see if I can, I mean, it's what, 6th of October? I don't think I've got enough growing season. Maybe if I find something short enough. I doubt it. So probably just going to clean them out and leave it, since don't have the desire this year to push too hard on getting any of these going. And then whatever's left over, the tomatoes and peppers, is whatever's left over. So really a whole lot of blah. So anyways, I'm going to double check the audio. Should be no problem because it's just the bare phone. And that's what's upcoming for, we'll see, the near future. Hopefully see some microgreens, and I'm probably going to start doing a little, here's what I printed this week or this month, just to, or for what I freeze dried as well, just the other things that are taking up time, and kind of go from there. The other thing I'm not used to is you can hear the air conditioner probably much more, because without the Rode Micro, there's background noise. I'm gonna play with some of the new iPhone 16, that, or it's the iOS 18, I don't know, one or the other, and see if I can pull out some of that that background noise. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.